I just woke up one morning. I was like, Jesus, I want a car, and this is the budget. At least, Lord, 40,000 yana. It's actually cheaper to buy a car cash, but you have to go with someone who knows cars because it can be very problematic. Funny enough, even the day I actually bought my car, I waited there, like, who's gonna drive it home now? Yeah, that's how bad it was.
People's Wills Mzansi. Experience, learn from it.
Hi guys, my name is Nthabiseng. I'm a scientist. Please come check out my ride.
Hello Mzansi, and welcome to another episode of People's Wheels Mzansi, where we give you the 411 on all things cars. So this week we're coming to you live from Centurion, and we have Nthabiseng with us, who will be telling us all about her beautiful, beautiful car. How are you, Nthabiseng?
I'm good. Thank you for asking.
Thank you for joining us. So you drive a 2006 Toyota Yaris.
Yes, this is my baby.
Yes, she's gorgeous.
She is.
So how long have you
It's
had?
actually a he.
Oh,
It's a he.
It's a he.
He is good.
Love it. So how long have you had him?
It's been on the 14th of January. That was, a year. So it's been a year and a month now.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
And is it your first one?
Yes.
First born?
Yes. This is my first car, yeah.
Oh, lovely. So, Nthabi, how did you go about buying the car?
Okay, so I actually bought this baby cash.
Interesting.
Yes, so it was in 2021 during COVID, and then I realized that I wasn't able to go wherever I wanted to, whenever I wanted to, because you remember during that time, movement was restricted.
Yes.
And then, I just woke up one morning. I was like, Jesus, I want a car, and this is the budget. At least, Lord, 40,000 yana, if I can get like 100 yana. So by then, I was still an intern on a stipend.
Yes.
And then I got a side night job of some sort. And then I decided that I was going to save all of the money because I was already surviving on my stipend anyway. So all the extra income I was going to save towards buying a car.
Yes.
And that's what I did. For 6 months, I kept putting my 10K to the side, And then last year on the 14th of January, I got this baby.
He's gorgeous.
He is gorgeous.
I'm just interested by the fact that you went cash. It's not many people who take that route. Were you knowledgeable on the fact if I go cash, I might save this much? Or was it just a thing of instinct? Because I can, let me just go cash.
To be honest, I went cash because, I've always been scared of debt. I'm like, if I owe you, I can't sleep at night.
You and I both.
So I decided that also I was on a stipend. So there's no way I was going to take my 6,000 and feel like, hi, I want a car. It wasn't going to work. So I decided and I also think it's actually cheaper to buy a car cash, but you have to go with someone who knows cars because it can be very problematic.
And tricky.
Yes.
So you've had this baby just for over a year.
Yes.
Have you experienced any issues whatsoever?
I would say so, but at the same time, this is an old car. I mean, this is like a 2006 model. So with cars generally, you do expect that wear and tear over time.
Yes.
So I've had to replace a few things, but I wouldn't say I'm experiencing problems. The baby is good.
Yeah.
It's a Toyota.
He's loved.
It's a Toyota. Toyotas don't
You
break.
can never go wrong.
You can't.
That's what I always say. So looking at how much he's loved, how long are we planning on keeping him?
Like I said, I am afraid of death. So as long as this babe moves, I think maybe for the next 5 years, as long as it doesn't give me problems, I'm going to keep it because, I'm thinking about how I'm saving now because now I can actually afford to buy a car. I can approach a dealership and get a car, but I keep thinking, no, I'd rather put that money aside for something else, something permanent that is not a car. So, maybe 4 or 5 years, as long as it's moving, I'm good.
I like that. And just going back to the costs, how much would you say you spend in maintenance, talking petrol, service, monthly, on a monthly basis?
Wow, I feel like I'm a berry. Okay, so when I bought this car, I got to learn a lot of things, right?
Yeah.
And one of those things, okay, by then I also realized that I couldn't, I don't want to say I couldn't afford insurance. I could afford insurance, but my biggest problem was the excess. I realized that if I took out insurance, I wasn't going to be able to pay the excess. And it freaked me out because I knew that I was literally a new driver. The only few times I'd driven a car before then was when I went for my lessons. I literally took 13 lessons. Funny enough, even the day I actually bought my car, I waited there like, who's going to drive it home now? Yeah, that's how bad I was.
You were expecting them to
I
drive
was
it home
and
for
they
you.
did, by the way, because I couldn't drive the car. I was scared. So when back to your question, with insurance, I was afraid because I knew that there's a high chance that I was going to mess up somebody else's car on the road and I wasn't going to be able to pay the insurance. And then so I didn't take out insurance. And then over time, I realized that, man, I'm actually ace in this thing. Let me insure my car with myself. See why I'm a baby. And then so my car is insured with me. I put, I'm not bad with money. I'm quite good with saving money. So 1.5 every month for my car for things that need replacing, like what you were asking earlier. So it's never an uncomfortable thing for me if I need to replace something. I can just go to that budget and do whatever needs to be done. So on fuel, I spend about, so a full tank can take me about 3 weeks. And then I'll add half a tank and I'd drive about 20 kilometers to get to work. And so that's 40 a day. And then so 1.5 for fuel, and then I have a tracker for 220. And then, yeah, that's how much I spend. So if we don't include my insurance, since I'm keeping it, we can say I spend about 1.7.
That's not bad at all. So that means you don't have a third-party insurance covered.
No, I don't, but I have money. I have money to fix your car if I mess it up.
It's still more cash. Love it for you.
Yeah. Yes,
If we knock them, we pay them because we don't have a third party.
We pay them.
So what happens when you knock a 4 million rand car? Like a Porsche Cayenne. Or
Lovely
something
question.
Like that.
I have a nice story for that. When I was in Santin driving behind my friend who drives a beautiful AMG A45. And then when we got to the traffic lights, he managed to pass before me. And then when I looked behind me, I saw these expensive cars, huge cars. And then I just put on my hazards and I stood there. And then after they had left, then I followed them because I could tell that I was going to roll. So I know that accidents do happen, but I try to be very careful. But if it really happens that I do that, I'm going to have to take it up with Jesus. I'll end up hugging the driver. Yes.
So since you went cash, and I'm guessing it's worked out quite well for you, would you advise another young person who's buying their first car to go for pre-owned and to go cash?
I would actually pre-owned because you're going to mess it up. I mean, you will see
Most
just
likely,
there. Yeah, you will. I've given my car signatures. You are going to mess up your car. So I would advise pre-owned so that it doesn't hurt. I mean, it hurts, but it won't hurt as much as if you're doing that to a brand new car. And then, cash, because you're looking at something affordable. I think also it depends on the reasons why people buy cars. Because I bought my car because I wanted it to be easy for me to move from one place to the other. But with other people, but otherwise, if that is your reason as well, I would advise that save your money and get your car cash and you will have peaceful sleep.
So Nthabi, since you went cash, right, and pre-owned, what things do you wish that you knew before you took that decision?
Okay, so I don't know if it's even fair for me to say I wish I knew more about cars because I mean, as a science girl, there's a lot of things I didn't and still don't know about cars. But if I could go back, I would look for someone who is more knowledgeable when it comes to cars, because if you're going to buy a pre-owned car, you need someone who will be able to help you with knowing if that is actually the right car to buy. Because you will go and buy a car only for you to park it and work on fixing the issues that are there. So I wish if I could go back, I would look for someone who's more knowledgeable so that I make the right choice. But I don't know if I can make a right choice than the right choice that I made already.
Or maybe look for a channel like ours that would educate you.
Exactly.
Such a choice.
Exactly.
Okay, so before I let you go, Nthabi, what are the 3 things that you like the most about him, and what are your 3 least favorite things?
Okay, so 3 things I like. Number 1, fuel. I'm not complaining.
Fuel efficiency, yes.
Fuel efficiency, I'm not complaining. Number two, I love the brand. I mean, when I was looking for a car, for me, that was an important thing. I wasn't going to buy a tomato because if I can't fix the tomato, or if I'm looking for parts of tomato, where do I go? So it is important to consider like a proper brand so that you won't struggle. And then number three, I think it looks cute.
It is. It suits you, hey?
Yeah, it's cute. I think it's cute. And then, yeah, so those are the three things: fuel efficiency, the brand, and I think the body, the size type of ID, because I don't like those. I know it's also a hatchback, but I don't like those ones that are super straight at the back. And then three things I do not like or that I dislike. Number one, I wish it was an automatic car. I'm tired of changing gears.
It's only been a year, Nthabi.
I know, but me and the accelerator are friends. So I don't like, I wish it was an automatic. That's number one. Number two, I don't like that, what is it called? That part, the dashboard radio. Yeah, that part. Yeah. I feel it's too old because I want Bluetooth. Okay, but I want smart,
flashy.
Yeah, that part is too old for me. That's number two. And then number three, which is closely related to the fact that it's an automatic car, I guess. When the car moves, like when you start the car, I want to go. And then I feel like it's too slow when we start moving. I want to go.
Yeah, so you really are into an automatic.
Yeah, and I want like a fast car. So I wish it was more faster.
Of a bigger engine kind of thing. Okay. Now lastly, this is my last question for you. What are we driving next? Where to from here?
Okay, that is actually a tricky one because like I said earlier, I'm not that much into cars. I've always been a Mazda girl, just the brand. Yes. I have no reason or no idea why, or just the brand. But in the next 5-6 years, I see myself driving one of those big Mercedes Benzes. Is it Benzes or Benz?
Benz.
Yeah, I see myself driving one of those big Mercedes Benz. Yeah, I wouldn't say there's like a specific one. There isn't a specific one, but yeah.
What happened to brand loyalty for a Mazda? Why are we going Mercedes now?
Okay, you know what? Mazda, you see with this Toyota, this was Jesus. With this Toyota, to be honest, because when I was looking for a car, Toyota, Hyundai, Mazda.
Yes.
Because another thing with buying a pre-owned car is you don't want to buy something that you're gonna struggle with fixing. For example, imagine if I went and bought myself a Mercedes Benz and then I need to replace the tire. Or some major part in there, it was going to be costly. So you need to think about those things as well. So that is why I opted for this car as well, because I knew that I'd be able to maintain it. If something breaks, I can fix it because it's affordable.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. And that's it from us today. Do catch us again next week on People's Wheels in Mzansi, where we give you the 411 on all things cars. From myself, Phumelele Dlamini. Until next time. Adios, muchachos.